Good day, Good day, everyone. So for today's video, we're going to discuss something about the equation of the tangent line. Now, speaking of calculus, a tangent line is more than just a line that we know in our geometry class. But tangent line has something to do with the what we so-called derivative. Okay, so let us just first have a review of the what we so-called slope and the equation of a line in point slope form, because we are now to determine the equation of the tangent line with respect to a certain function. Kasi based on our module, the tangent line, let's say for example, this is our function, and then we draw our second line here. The tangent line becomes our limiting function. When we say limiting function, habang lumiliit yung distance between point P and Q, is mas nagiging tangent yung ating line. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, we are talking about limits pa din. Okay? So, going back to our presentation, the slope of a line is determined by this formula. We have m, which stands for the slope. The reason why it's m, because the slope is being derived from the idea of a mountain. So the slope is equal to y minus y sub 0 over x minus x sub 0. And the equation of the line in point slope form is determined using the slope of the line, and so with a point. Okay, so we have here y minus y sub 0 equals m times x minus x sub 0. Okay, so let us have examples let us have examples of problems concerning the equation of the tangent line with respect to a certain function at a given point. Okay, so before that, tulad ng sinabi ko kanina, that the tangent line is the limiting function of the second line na dinrawing natin dun sa ating na nag-cut dun sa ating function. Alright? So, ibig sabihin, based on based on our based on our based on our what do you call that? Based on our formula of the slope, we can actually derive the limit kasi this talks about the changes in the distance. Okay? Hence, the limiting function or the slope is equal to the limit of the function itself. We have f of x minus f of x sub 0 to where ito yung point na tinutukoy natin over x minus x sub 0 as x approaches to 0. So, ito po yung gagamitin natin for us to determine the limit. Okay? Determine the limit with respect to the slope na nakuha natin dun sa gamit yung function natin with on a certain point. Okay? So, let us have problems. Suppose we have this. We are to find the equation of the tangent line to y equals x minus 2 square at x equals 2. So, dito, we are given the function. We have y equals that is y equals x minus 2 square. Or we can actually rewrite this as f of x. Diba? Since this is a function, we have f of x equals x minus 2 square. So, what are we going to do here is to find the slope given our formula of the limiting function. Okay? This is being derived from the formula of the slope of a line. Okay? So now, if our x daw is equal to 2, so ano daw po yung equation ng tangent line? Ng tangent line sa function na f of x equals x minus 2 na yung point of tangency ay with respect to x equals 2. Alright? So, dito, alam natin yung x sub 0. This is x equals 2. But we don't know what is y sub 0 or f of x sub 0. So, what are we going to do to find it? It's just to substitute x to our function. Okay? So, in finding the slope, sabi dyan, in finding f of x sub 0, that is x minus 2 square. Ang gagawin lang natin, si x na 2, isa-substitute lang natin dun sa function. We have 2 minus 2 square. That would be 0 square. Hence, that is 0. Okay? Now, we are given now f of x of 0. We are now ready to substitute into the formula. We have here f, or yes, m, or the slope is equal to the limit of, we have here the limit of what? The limit of f of x minus f of x of 0 over x minus x of 0 as x approaches to what? As x approaches to, sabi sa problem, that is x equals 2. So, as x approaches to 2. Alright, so we are now ready to have, what do you call that? To substitute the necessary values to our formula. We have here the limit of, what is our f of x? Our f of x is x minus 2 square minus yung ating f of x of 0 na compute natin kanina, that is 0. So we have 0 over x minus what? That is x minus 2. Okay? Next, what we're going to do now is for us to simplify it. As x approaches to 2. Okay. So we are now ready to simplify. That is the limit of x minus 2 as x minus 2 square, so over x minus 2. Since x minus 2 is a factor of the numerator, we can just what? We can just simplify it, meaning, that is meaning we are looking for the limit of x minus 2 as x approaches to 2. So, for us to evaluate its limit, you can actually use the different theorems on limits, or you can construct tables if you want. Now, getting the limit, we have the limit of x minus 2 as x approaches to 2. That is simply 0. Okay? Hence, our slope is 0. Ibig sabihin, our tangent line is a horizontal line. Bakit siya horizontal line? Kasi nga, 0 yung kanyang slope. Okay? So, the slope is 0, hence we can now find the equation of our tangent line. Okay, and for us to get that, we are given the point slope form. Okay, so we have there y minus y sub 0 equals the slope times x minus x sub 0. So, yung kanina natin. Now we have y minus our y sub 0 is 0. Okay? 0 kasi ito yung na compute natin kanina, equals the slope is 0 times x minus our x of 0 is 2. Okay? Simplifying this, we have y equals 0 equals what? Equals 0 times x minus 2, that is 0. Okay? Hence, our equation of the tangent line would be y equals 0, or simply the x-axis. Okay? So, this is now our equation of the tangent line. Now, i-prove natin siya using our graph. Alright? So, let us first graph the function x minus 2 square. Alright, there you go. Alright, so this is x minus 2 square. Now, ano daw po sa point na 2, nasan ba yung 2? Ito po yung point na 2, di ba? Ito po yung point na 2. Hence, ano daw po yung equation ng tangent line na dito sa function na to? Kung saan makikita natin that yung pwede lang talagang maging tangent line nito is the x-axis. Alright? So, kung titignan nyo po, that is y equals 0. Yun yung sabi natin na equation ng tangent line natin. Alright? Sige, wait lang. Okay? Kung mapapansin nyo, this is our x-axis. At kung mapapansin niyo, this is the tangent line talaga na pwede dun sa function with respect to 2. Okay? As x is equal to 2. Alright? So we have just proven that y equals 0 is that the equation of the tangent line of the function f of x equals x minus 2 square at x equals 2. Okay? So let us have now another example. Suppose we are to show that the tangent line to y equals 3x squared minus 12x plus 1 at the point 2 comma negative 11 is horizontal. Okay? So, dito, balik rin natin yung process. Gawin natin, i-graph muna natin yung function. Ang sabi dyan ay our function is 3x squared minus 12x plus 1. So we have here 3x squared minus 12x plus 1. Alright, so this is our function. Okay, this is our function. Kung inyo pong makikita, that is a parabola. Okay, now, show that the tangent line to this function at the point 2 comma negative 12. So, nasan po si 2 comma negative 12? Well, 2 comma negative 11, sorry. 2 comma negative 11. Ito po si 2 comma negative 11. That its tangent line daw is horizontal. Meaning, nagko-cross siya dito sa ating nagko-cross siya dun sa ating point na 2 comma negative 11. Ibig sabihin, ito yung point of tangency. So, ipoprove natin na yun daw, yung equation ng tangent line ay horizontal. Alright, so given that, so meron tayong point, yung point, ang coordinates ng point ay 2 comma negative 11. Hence, this is our x of 0 and negative 11 is our f of x of 0. Alright? Kasi kapag sinubstitute mo yung 2, dito, ang lalabas ay negative 11 dun sa function. Alright? So, we are now ready to get first the slope. Alright? So, the slope is equal to the limit of f of x minus f of x of 0 over x minus x of 0 as x approaches to what? As x approaches to, what is our x? That is 2. Okay? So, we have now the limit of, so our function is, sabi dyan, f of x. Ang f of x natin ay 3x squared minus 12x plus 1. And our f of x of 0, nung nasa point is negative 11 over x minus x of 0, which is 2. Alright, so simplifying this, we would have the limit of 3x squared minus 12x plus 1 plus 11 over x minus 2. Hence, we have the limit of 3x squared minus 12x plus 12 over x minus 2 as x approaches to 2. And if we're going to, since makikita natin that our numerator is factorable, then we can factor it out. We have the limit of 3 times x squared minus 4x plus 4 over x minus 2. Okay? As x approaches to 2. And then, we can actually have it as, okay, so dito na lang. So, we have the limit of 3 multiplied by what? 3 multiplied by x minus 2 times x minus 2. Alright? So, pinactor out lang natin itong trinomial na ito, or yung quadratic trinomial. So, we have here x minus 2 as x approaches to 2. Then, we can simplify it. Hence, we have, bakit hindi po agad natin kinuha yung limit or in-evaluate yung limit? Kasi magiging undefined. Okay? Magiging undefined or indeterminate yung form. Kaya, i-factor out natin siya. So, we have here the limit of 3 times x minus 2 as x approaches to 2. Hence, if we're going to evaluate the limit, by substituting, we have 2 minus 2 times 3, that is 0. Hence, our slope or the slope of the tangent line is 0. Okay? Kasi nga, yung ating tangent line is horizontal. So we have just proven that our tangent line is horizontal. Now, paano naman natin makukuha yung equation ng tangent line natin? So we have here, tulad ng ginawa natin kanina, we have y minus y sub 0 equals the slope times x minus x sub 0. So we have your y minus our our y sub 0 kanina is negative 11 equals the slope is 0 times x minus our x sub 0 is 2. Alright, so we have your y plus 11 equals 0. Okay, kasi kapag sinimplify, this is 0. And then we have y equals negative 11. Okay, so this would be the equation of our tangent line. Now let's go back to our graph. If we're going to show y equals negative 11, then this would be the tangent line. So we have just proven that the tangent line to the function 3x squared minus 12x plus 1 is horizontal at 2 comma negative 11. And that is how we have the equation of the tangent line.